Hi, this is Plate Glass Armor, and welcome to episode 18 of the Mars Exploration Team Tournament between TodTheTidePod's Matt Damon and TodTheTidePod's Totally Civilian Research Vessel. Let's begin. These large missiles have proven time and again that they are extremely deadly, so we'll see if it manages to hit the research vessel over all the bumps and hills of Mars. So far, I'm not seeing the research vessel's missiles, so I think it will be worth watching them fire at least once to see where they end up going, because they might not be fast enough to keep up with the Matt Damon. Or it's entirely possible that they're struggling to fire. Yeah, they didn't fire there. So it looks like they might be struggling to fire based on the fact that the Matt Damon is not at a favorable angle, and they might be restricted to based on 45-degree firing angle is the default restriction. So that missile just poured out the research vessel, it looks like. So on to round two after a perfect round for the Matt Damon. This time I think I'll follow in. Uh-oh. I saw at least one of those missiles fire, and it didn't get out of the enclosure. Which means unless they have safeties on them, when they blow up, it's going to detonate on the inside of the research vessel. Yep. I don't know what caused the missiles to fire late, but it means that the research vessel no longer has any firepower left other than these small missile launchers on the sides. Oh, and that looks like it's a hit. So the Matt Damon is now at a good angle for getting shots in with its large missile, which has proven to be extremely deadly against pretty much anything that it can hit. Missile just running out of gas before it can turn around. But I don't think the research vessel has much hope, because I don't think it has any repair capability, and it's not firing any weapons right now. And with another hit to the rear, I think that might have just blasted out one of the inner compartments, although I'm not sure it got the AI. Nope, it looks like the AI is still intact. So it's all over except for the explosions now, because the research vessel has functionally no way of fighting back. that blast taking out most of the cockpit area, but I don't think it destroyed... No, it did not get through to the AI compartment. 2/3 health remaining for the research vessel. If it dips below 55%, that is the despawn threshold. You can see the low atmospheric drag here on the missile, as it can't really turn around once it runs out of thrust. And I think that's done it. I'm seeing bits and pieces all over the place. Yep, it's below the despawn threshold. So the second round goes to the Matt Damon. Third round, begin. And once again, it did not fire its missiles correctly. Just to make sure, I'm going to reload the research vessel. Nope, still not firing its missiles, and I don't know why. Well, oh, there we go. It finally managed to fire its missiles. So we'll see if they can manage a hit here. Because the Matt Damon does prefer to stay at relatively long range. Nope, the range is just too great for that primary armament of the research vessel. So even when it can fire, it can't hit the Matt Damon at its preferred range. "75% health left, but not much chance of the research vessel making a comeback." Oh, and in fact, it looks like that took out the engine and possibly the AI as well. It's not AI dead, but I think it took out some of those vital control blocks, so I'm not sure it can even fire anymore. And that's done it. That's taken out the AI components. So congratulations to TodTheTidePod on a flawless victory.